You ready?
I am.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our YouTube channel. On this week's episode, we drink this lovely Greetings from Lower Alabama Parish Brewing beer. We talk about the Arnold Classic, my review on Cocaine Bear, which I saw this past weekend, and we talk about lifting with hemorrhoids. Yes, we do. Stay groovy and enjoy this episode.
Cheers, guys.
Like, comment, follow, hit the bell.
That ain't no good memories, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So for those that are just freshly watching us, we got a new road clock to have a timer here so this thing doesn't go too far off the wheels. And it has a 10-second countdown. And the last 3 seconds, if y'all know the time clocks at CrossFit gyms, it beeps. And it brought back a lot of bad memories.
Makes a silly ass noise.
Yeah, it was like, oh God, here goes the workout. Let's die. I don't die like that anymore. No more CrossFit.
No.
Speaking of CrossFit, the Open just finished. This is the last week of the CrossFit Open.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The wife did it.
She
I
did?
think she enjoyed herself.
She did, yeah. Oh, well, I thought she said she probably wasn't going to do it, but maybe some of the workouts were a little...
I think that the gym she goes to, they kind of convinced her to go ahead and...
Stop fucking around. You need to get on these lifts or on
Mhm.
this suffer train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that too. I guess we'll talk the beer and then we can get into what's going on in Ohio right now, and not the train.
Today, we have a Parish Brewing Company. Greetings from Lower Alabama.
Yeah. So what was the last one we did with
Grand
them?
Isle. Welcome to Grand Isle or whatever.
And you gave us a location on that one as well. Where's this at here?
Lower Alabama. It doesn't say
So
where.
that's just.
I mean, it's a beach.
Get on the map and look up Lower Alabama, and that's where it's at.
I mean, is it Mobile?
I wonder
I
why
don't
they
know.
went with this one.
I don't know. Well, so on here it is a peach, cranberry, and coconut flavored.
Huh. Guessing it's like a not a barley wine, but like an ale they started with or something.
Yeah.
Like, was it a barley weiss, berry weiss, or whatever? And then they fruited up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you learn is they take a basic beer, and then they
Add stuff to it.
add stuff to it. But what they'll do is they'll make the beer a little stronger. Because when you add fruit to the beer, I think it brings the
Brings it down
alcohol
a little
content down. Yeah. So you got like fire water in a can until they add the fruit, and then it like dulls it back down.
Well, that might be the only way you could drink that shit.
Yeah, I think that's what like even Budweiser and all them do. I think they make this really strong one, and they parse it out, and it
Man, that
goes
looks good.
weaker. And I don't know. We'll have to look into that for an episode. I just don't want to drink Budweiser.
Oh, why not?
That's true.
Why not?
We could do like a Coors Original versus Budweiser versus what would be like Miller, the MGD or
Miller Genuine Draft?
Yeah, guess that would be the comparison one. So what's that one smelling like? Does it have those notes that you were talking about? Those fruits?
It's definitely fruity.
Oh, that's a beautiful smell.
Yeah.
Lovely bouquet on this beer, but
You definitely get the
that actually does smell really
cranberry.
good.
Yeah.
That smells really good.
The sweetness of the peach.
The sweetness of the peach. Listen to us right now, dude.
I mean,
So this
we've been doing this shit long enough. We ought to know
yeah,
what to
maybe
say,
we
huh?
ought to know something. So I'm sitting in a bar last night, and this guy beside us, I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, let me give you a follow and everything." His name's Zach. So what's up, Zach? Let me know if you're watching, and then just unfollow us real quick. But
Comment below, Zach.
but fuck, what was I talking about? I brought in the memory, and then my brain just
You're
gets
talking about
done.
the great bouquet.
Oh yeah, I was telling him like we know how to taste beer on this show, kinda.
We know how to drink
I
it.
told him like, hey man, you don't have to follow us. We're not really that good. And he was like, don't sell yourself short. I was like, that's right, man. We're really fucking good. We know what we're talking about.
I like
this one better than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one.
So to me, it's very fruity. Like it's got a pop and then it disappears
Quickly.
and very quickly.
Yeah.
So almost like, man, it's very sharp for a
Yeah.
second, like a split second, and then it just dissipates into like a beer.
Yeah.
I like that. Sometimes some of them, man, they really just come after you.
Because
Those
sometimes
fruity
with
beers.
that coconut, it just lingers so long. Because that's that fake ass coconut.
When people put coconut in beer, I get very, very skittish, very nervous.
And this one has it.
So what I mentioned Ohio and the Arnold Classic's going on right now, which I think I'm due next year to go back. So I'm gonna have to sit down with you and get the itinerary again and figure out what to do. We talked about this on many episodes, but I gotta bring John Boy. He wants to go. But I think it's been we going 18. We went 2018 or 17. I can't remember.
Man, I don't remember. What the 18.
So it's been it'll be 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to go again to see a few things. You know, the fitness industry's changed obviously somewhat in that amount of time.
Bodybuilding hadn't.
Yeah, but I mean some of the faces,
all the other
and,
stuff,
you know,
yeah.
and like even some of the supplement companies, you kind of see what's rising, what's falling, and stuff like that. Plus, man, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But what's going on right now? You're kind of ex bodybuilder, still bodybuilding is your daily routine. What's going on with the bodybuilders right now? What's going on in their day? Well, I guess throughout the week they started Thursday, right? With kind of the initial.
So Thursday is the meet and greet where you get to meet all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they competing, Thursday if you get the package, Thursday night you get to meet them all. Then Friday night, I think prejudging is Friday night.
Oh wow, okay.
I think so. If it ain't Friday night, it'll be Saturday morning.
Prejudging is when the judges get their first look at the competitors.
Yes, they'll go out there. I think they do like a 60-second routine, or maybe they just run through their mandatories.
I would just
I'm
go
not
out there,
sure.
maybe bend over, touch my toes,
Like,
flex
look
my
at here.
glutes.
Do
Yeah,
a couple of jumping jacks.
yeah. See what kind of package you're working with.
Yeah.
Load that little sock that they're wearing. Just pack it real big.
Then tonight will be finals,
Which was a fun.
and
That's
that'll
a fun one.
and tomorrow. Sunday they usually do like Arnold will interview the winner,
Mm-hmm.
and if you got tickets, you could go sit there and listen to,
Yeah.
Arnold.
So if you're an athlete right now, one of the competitors, what are you doing probably right now?
Laying down, not moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, why is that? I know you're probably water depleted and
Yeah, if you see a lot of them, they'll be laying down with their feet up, trying not to hold fluid
Pass out.
anywhere and everything else. I mean,
yeah,
they got it down to a science where they got to peak at the right amount of time.
that's insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I kind of ignorant, but what do you peak like a week early or some shit, or like an hour early? Like
You try to peak at the time you go on stage.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's unreal.
And some people fade on stage.
Oh, like they just
Or they'll peak an hour early, and by the time they get on stage, what they call it, they spilled over, where their body just holds a bunch of fluid. And
so then they just get kind of
they just
fluffy.
They lose all their definition.
Ah,
That's what they call spilling over and all that. Is they lose all their definition because they either peak too early or they didn't peak at the right time.
yeah.
And they just holding like a film underneath the skin.
So it's like a beer gut. You
Nah,
don't
they
see
still have a six pack.
No, it's just not as
blurred lines.
pronounced.
It's blurred lines.
Yeah, it's a beer gut.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna think.
yeah, beer gut.
That's really all that's happened to me is I peaked a little too early, and here
Years
I am.
ago.
Yeah.
You peaked in high school, huh?
Yeah. I just find it incredible when you see those guys just like I said, we talked about this numerous times, but those bodybuilders are a whole nother world.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane to see them up there on that stage. You're like,
Little short fuckers.
I didn't even know the body could get like that.
They got a guy competing in it this year, Sean Clarita,
Mm-hmm.
who won the 212 Mr. Olympia last year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No. He won it this year and 2 years ago. So he won it, lost his title, and won it again. Well, he's a 212 competitor. the guy's like 5 foot nothing, and he gets on stage at 185, where he's competing in the Arnold. So for the people that don't know, the Arnold, that's invitation only.
Yeah, they're not bringing in any slouches.
No. And at the Arnold, there is no 212 category, so it's all open bodybuilding.
Okay.
They gave Sean Clarita, who usually competes at 185 pounds, to get up there with, Big Ram is competing this year.
What was he, like 280 or something like that?
I think he used to get on stage around 275 or something like that.
That is a huge. So to put that in perspective in my monkey brain, he has to be much bigger than that walking around normally, and as he tapers
like 330
down,
plus.
And then he tapers down for this thing. That's a 275-pound just like rock, like a granite stone statue.
At 5'10", my height.
That is a lot of mass walking around.
His shoulders this wide. That's crazy.
Man, if I was that big, I would make sure people knew it probably.
Trust me, people know it. They could see you walking down the sidewalk.
Leads me to a thought I was thinking the other day. What do you think about a permanent pump cover for until the summer? As soon as winter comes, what if this year I decide to just put a pump cover on? Like always wear like a hoodie and a jacket.
You're gonna be hot as hell.
Like even you don't see me. And then all of a sudden the summer comes and I'm like shredded.
What you gonna do to get shredded?
I'm a bodybuilder, dude. I'm gonna become a bodybuilder.
You ain't gonna diet.
Oh, that's no problem. I could diet. I think I could get that locked in.
You should do that.
I think the pump cover is what gives them the mass. Like I think there's something that goes along with it.
There's a bunch of stuff underneath that pump cover that makes that pump cover stay up.
Yeah, I find it fascinating though. When C-Bomb wears one and you know what the fuck is underneath that hoodie. Like god damn, because he won again. I saw a picture of him. He's with Arnold up at the Arnold Classic, or at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah, I'm sure his supplement company's up there, so he got a booth and all that. And
they were I guess they were doing a talk together or something like that. That's cool, man. Because C-Bombs, that's one guy in that industry that I would like to meet because he seems pretty cool.
Probably making the most out of anybody in that whole fitness industry.
Oh, for sure. And then his attitude, I saw like a post with him the other day just talking about how he lives his life. And
just a good dude.
Yeah, well, he's like, man, a lot of people would get annoyed with me. Like, you got to get more passionate. You got to get mad. Like, fuck them. Or like, you're haters. And he's like, that's not who I am. Like, I'm a nice guy. Yeah. He goes, well, I won one and they still kept coming at me. And I won a second and a third. He's like, I think I figured it out. Like, I can be a nice person and still win these. Yeah. So, like, leave me the fuck alone. He's a good human. He doesn't need that whole... He's like, I know how to work out. I know my body. I know what to do. I don't need the whole fuck you mentality and stuff like that. When I heard that, I was like, this guy's different. He's a cool dude. Let me see here. What do I want to talk about next? I guess we can go over my Cocaine Bear review.
So how was that?
I went and saw it
for Ray's last performance.
Oh, it was great for him. A good way to go out. He looked disheveled as shit. We'll make it quick since we've already talked about Cocaine Bear enough. But I'm glad it did well in the theaters. It did way better than they thought it would. If you ever watched the Sci-Fi Channel when you were younger, like the Sci-Fi Channel on TV used to have
B-rated.
Yeah, C-rated, D-rated, these horror movies that basically they didn't have enough money to do like great CGI, but they did it, you know what I mean? And it was fun to watch. It was corny. Well, Cocaine Bear, they had some money. So the bear never looked like weird, you know what I mean? It was doing things that a normal bear wouldn't really do, but it didn't look fake. They put money into that. So it doesn't look like this weird fluff ball walking around like hanging off, its face is hanging. It's funny. Yeah. It's worth watching. Don't go into it expecting some high movie rating, but it's worth watching.
It's not an Oscar performance.
No. It's funny. Like and then I didn't realize Ice Cube's son's in it. Like he's one of the main characters.
So that's the one who played Ice Cube in the movie Straight Outta Compton?
Correct.
I thought he looked familiar.
He's a main character in it. I can't believe I didn't notice that. I tried not to watch previews of Cocaine Bear at all because I wanted to just go watch it and sit there like, oh my God. But yeah, I went to Alamo Draft House, grabbed an IPA, bought some fucking cheese sticks, and I thought it was fucking funny. It's just so corny, and they play on it too.
Yeah.
They don't, stray away from the fact that this is a cocaine bear. Right. There's jokes about it in the show, like, I can't believe he's on cocaine. They have fun with it. And then I saw this week that there was a joke on the internet about Cocaine Shark is like the second one. Like, and so they asked the director, it's the actress, I forget her name. She's a pretty popular actress. And she was like, why not? Why not Jaws? Like, it's pretty much Jaws on cocaine. Right. So it might be funny. Like, who knows? I hope they do it. I like corny
Jaws
horror
15.
like that. I like corny horror. So if they're going to go for it and it's going to be done, like, corny but also, like, with some talent behind it, yeah, I think it'd be pretty damn funny to watch.
The last good bear clip I saw, probably about 20 years ago, they had a little clip. Mm-hmm. They were promoting some fish, and this old boy was fishing for salmon in the river.
Oh yeah,
and he catches in that bear.
I think it's like what is it, jerky or is it salmon?
I know type of fish.
The guy goes, "Look, an eagle," and then kicks the bear in the nuts. Yeah,
the bear got in a fight. Oh, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, that's a great commercial. Yeah. You want to do the sponsor?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
today's sponsor brought to you by Pringles.
Which one is these?
Hot honey.
I have not had those.
I know we haven't because there's only available through the mail if they send them to you like these or at Walmart. So
hot honey. So I love honey. I love honey on just about anything. Like even you can put honey on my burger and I would still eat it. But I want to see just how hot these are. If they're like those hot ones that we had that one time, one chip, I'm done. Like, that was insane.
I doubt it.
That was silly.
I doubt it's going to be that bad. They don't sell stuff like that at Walmart.
Taste the honey. Oh, there's the heat. Hey, that's not bad. I like that. Goes good with this Parish beer.
This ain't a bad chip.
No, not at all. Fellas at work are going to tear those up. So let's talk about something awkward that's been happening lately to me.
Uh-oh.
I find it funny that this topic isn't brought up. I recently found out I have a hemorrhoid.
How did you find out you had a hemorrhoid?
I was in the shower, and you're washing your ass, and there's a fucking bump there. And you're like, what the hell is this? Okay. So obviously you start... Google says you're going to die in a week. Like, no lie. I know it's like a joke to say that. Like, if you Google it, yeah, WebMD is. They literally say, like, if it lasts longer than a week, get your ass to the doctor or call the ambulance or something like that. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I'm a little bit worried and whatever. And so I started deviating on my workouts. Like, man, I can't strain too much. It says don't strain. So I haven't squatted in like damn near 3 weeks. Well, I guess it's been 3 weeks. Which is lame. Yes. I was deadlifting like the past week, like 475 with a hemorrhoid, like thinking, like I'm gonna
blow out my booty hole.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea. I keep hearing a weird story, and this shit is not talked about. That's why we're talking about it. Remember, I said I was gonna do one uncomfortable thing a month this year. This is it. I'm not uncomfortable about this, but
about your booty hole.
Talking about my booty hole on YouTube. But then I realized, like, dude, I'm just gonna talk about this shit because I never hear anybody talking about it. Mm-hmm. Like, I heard you mention one time that you had one, so I'm like, I'm going to not even tell Bud until I get there today and we film this. And all I did was ask if you didn't mind talking about it. Mm-hmm. You're like, nah, who gives a shit?
Right.
And so what do you do if you have a hemorrhoid with working out? Do you deviate your workout? Now, mind you, we are not medical professionals.
That's right.
This is what we do or don't do. Don't listen to us. I can't stress that enough.
I do not change my workout whatsoever.
See,
I still work out the same.
And that doesn't make it worse?
No. I just lube it up and push it back in every night. I mean, that's really all you can do.
I love the attitude about it because in my head, I'm cautious. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of dumb shit. I haven't you know what I mean? I'm not like overly like freaking out, like I'm going to die. But you read up and you're like, okay, like if I want to fix this, this is what I need to do. So I was being careful. But then I hear you're like, yeah. Yeah, I haven't squatted in a few weeks. And I couldn't take it today. I didn't go squat today, but I did legs today. I went through an old bodybuilding workout. I didn't do the hack squat because I didn't want to squat or anything, but I got on, did leg extensions, leg curls, calves. Like, I mean, I was trying to walk funny today.
Yeah, you probably should have did a few hip presses.
Not
the hip thrusters, the hip press.
Hip press?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Hip press? That looked like you were doing a leg press.
That big machine that it used to have at the old gym right in front of the women's restroom.
Oh, that weird thing where you lay on your back and push it up?
The one on side of it. You would sit down pretty much straight up.
Is that the one where they stick their ass out backwards?
No. In between those two was the hip press. But anyway, you should have did that.
Yeah, well, now that you've told me this, like, I'm going to adjust the workout accordingly. Because, I just, like, I'm not afraid, like, of dying or some shit. But you see something, you're like, okay, how do I negate this? Like, let's fix this quickly. Like, going to the doctor if you're sick or something. Yeah, you could be, you could just stay home sick. But if there's something that's actually wrong, you need to go get antibiotics or something. You know, like, you got to go get that done. So immediately I go into not triage, but I don't want to deal with this. If I can deal with this for a week or a month, I'm going to take the week and just take it easy.
Right.
But yeah, it's putting its nose in my business, bud. Like, literally putting its nose in my business. I didn't know I could feel this awkward.
So I know if
24/7.
When my preparation H is too old, I know because it stops working.
Yeah.
So if mine don't disappear within a week, I'll go get a fresh tube.
Maybe I need to go
get
a So I have preparation H.
But how long you been having it?
I've been using it, So I've been using it for like a week and a half.
But I'm saying, did you buy it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
But I don't know if that shit's like, it wasn't dusty when I pulled it off the shelf.
It'll be fine. I keep mine, and my old Hemorrhoids come back from time to time.
That's what I've been calling it. I take a log of my workouts, and I'm like, the fucking Hemi's acting up. I'm not gonna go squat today. So that's in my notes. So the fact that you called it a Hemi,
man.
That's just dudes in
general.
I've
been getting that shit for years. I got a hernia in my belly button.
God damn, dude.
I've been having that son bitch for well over 20 years. I ain't never changed my workout whatsoever. I just pushed the hernia in.
And push the hemorrhoid back up. And keep going.
In like 10 minutes, they both back out anyway. I mean, so
it's like you got too much stuffing inside.
I got too much shit on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just weird because I know it kind of, when I was in Spain, I was like, TMI, I don't give a shit. I was constipated. Like, changed my diet completely to go over there. I'm very like militant about what I eat here. Like, I mean, to the day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, almost the same meal every day. Changed it, got to Spain, half the food, 90% of the food I didn't want to eat. So obviously, like, I got constipated while I was there. And then come to find out, but I'm looking at my diet, and I kind of backed off on veggies more than I thought I did in the last couple of years. And everything I'm eating damn near has 0 fiber in it. I was like, holy shit. So I bought some fiber pills. And
Metamucil.
Dude, this week, I swear to you not, I've probably eaten about 6 pounds of broccoli, dude. Like, to a point where I'm almost I probably shouldn't eat that much, but I'm just like, not on my watch. Think I'm going to be constipated anymore? But I have lost weight. I think I was just, man, all that food was just sitting in there. And the butthole just got tired. It was like, I'm tired, boss. And just, like, gave way on me.
Here you go. Here's a blood vessel sticking out.
It's so funny, this topic. I'm glad we're talking about it. Because I was telling you before we started this, like, I'm friends with a lot of dudes. I think you're the only one to mention it in passing, so that's the reason why I knew you had one. None of them admit to it, really. Like, and then I brought it up, and
they all got
to certain people, and a lot of them were like, "Oh yeah, I've had one." God damn, why are y'all so quiet about it? Why is this such a faux pas to talk about this shit? I'd rather just get it out in the open so you feel comfortable, dude. Like, I didn't realize you didn't want to pick that heavy shit up because you were worried your butthole was going to blow out. Could have just been like, hey, man, I got a hemorrhoid. Can you help me out? Now I think you're fucking lazy. Not that, you know, like your ass is going to blow out on us. I completely get it. I'm just going to tell this story because I think it's hilarious. So two people that I've talked to have had their hemorrhoid pop and bleed a considerable amount, apparently. Mm-hmm. So I'm at the gym today doing legs, and this is hilarious to me. I put on a black pair of pants because I'm like, if this bitch blows out while I'm at Alpha Land, like cameras everywhere central, this is going to be highly embarrassing for somebody of my stature.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me as the stoic, you know, never fuck up, lift big weight kind of guy. And here I am bleeding out of my butthole.
Just dripping blood everywhere.
Yeah, I just find that, man, that would be really awkward. I'm not going to lie, dude. I glanced back at my ass in the mirror a few times, making sure something wasn't falling out. I mean, I don't got anything else to say. So if you have a hemorrhoid, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to talk about it.
That's right.
Because it's a natural thing. It really is. When you Google what it is, because I said to one of my friends that I had one. He was like, well, what exactly is that? He didn't even know. Mm-hmm. And I had to explain to him. He was like, oh, that's really it? And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's not like you got a fucking alien, like an alien's coming out of your chest. Well, actually, it kind of is. I wish I could get somebody to slightly tattoo like an alien face on mine, so every time it came out, it looked like it was one of them coming out of your chest. This is why I should not be allowed to talk about things like this, because I'd have no filter.
You should get somebody to tattoo your hemorrhoid.
I think that would be a cool idea.
Yes.
You might be able to make a lot of money on that. So be ready for my reel, though, because I was telling Bud here earlier that I'm going to do a hemorrhoid reel at Alpha Land and have somebody film me, do a couple of funny things. It's going to be a big hit on the gram.
You think it's going to take off?
I know it is, dude. You know how many fucking people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I've had one. They're probably going to feel like, this dude gets me. He understands what I'm going through. Because I've never remotely heard anybody talk about it. Like, it's mind-blowing to me.
I mean,
especially in the weightlifting. And that's another thing, too. Like, that was my main concern because I had so many goals this year of, like, a squat goal and a deadlift goal. And I have not been able to – I haven't deadlifted in, like, 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something like that. Squatted in, like, almost 4 weeks or 4 weeks. So I'm thinking, you know, like, oh, I'm wasting away here. You know what I mean? And there's no, like, talk about it. You know, so that's why
I've never had a kid,
mm-hmm.
but I would have to imagine those women that are birthing a child. I'm sure quite a few of them get
that's kind of, so one of the people I was talking to, he said his wife had gotten them. And so when he got one, I guess he showed his wife, like, bent over and was like, what's going on here?
What's that red bean?
And she was like, oh, that's like, well, she said it looked like a dog nipple. Like, and which is funny. It's still funny we're talking about this. But yeah, he was like, yeah, this is no big deal. It was cool as shit.
Just lube it up, push it back in, and go on about your day.
It's so crazy, dude, that literally the body is just like the butthole's tired and gives way a little bit. Because I must have taken at least 1 million shits in my life. And just one day it decided to be like, fuck.
I don't think it's the using the restroom that causes them. I think it's the straining.
Yeah, it's the also apparently bracing, like taking a big breath in. Yeah. So that's what had me thinking, like, dude, can I deadlift, squat? Because I brace like a motherfucker. Be shitting out hemorrhoids everywhere.
It's your first one. Obviously, you ain't straining hard enough.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's true. I should be lifting heavier.
I've been having them since I was young.
Yeah, I messaged my dad about it. He was like, yeah, I got my first one back in the 70s. I'm like, God damn, dude. That's a long time. All right. Enough of this butthole aliens. What's your vote on this one?
I really like this one, like you say, more than the...
Way better than the other one.
Than the Grand Isle.
Yeah.
This is actually... I think the Grand Isle... The three fruit combination they had wasn't as good.
It's a great smelling beer. Yeah. If anything, it's a great smelling beer.
And this one just tastes better. I think the flavor profile just sticks together.
Yeah, much
more better.
So would you tell them to have one?
Absolutely, if they could get them.
Yeah, I would finish a 6-pack of these or in a
full pack.
4-pack.
Yeah.
I would finish a 4-pack. It's a damn good beer.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I would order it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
light and refreshing.
Light and refreshing. Good. I would say good for summer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you live in Texas, pretty much year round, you could drink that beer and be good. So, Zach, I apologize if you're watching this, your first episode, watching Kilos and Ounces, you had to hear about hemorrhoids. But I hope you enjoyed it, and go enjoy the beer.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.